guys, it's me Abhi Dwivedi and you are listening on Extended Reality Developers of India community. If you haven't subscribed it already, please do subscribe, hit that red button down below. Today we have a very amazing and fascinating guest, Akshay Rathod with us, and he's a CEO and founder of Firebird VR. So let's have him on the show. And hi Akshay, welcome on the show.
Hi, Avi. Thank you for inviting me.
It's really an honor to have you on the show, and I'm really delighted to have a guest like you. And we are going to talk about a lot of deep insights. But before that, let me first know more about you and introduce you to our audience. So, can you just tell me something about you?
Hello, everyone. My name is Akshay Rathod. I'm founder and CEO of Firebird VR. So, we started Firebird VR in 2015 when I was in my college days. At that time, I was fascinated with the virtual reality technology. My first experience was with the Google Cardboard. I had this cutout. Uh, I got some lenses, and that was my first VR experience, right? And I was like, yes, I want to do this the rest of my life. I don't know what, how, but yeah, that's how we started. Uh, and 5 years later, we are doing pretty good, I would say. Yeah.
Amazing. So you started from the college. So you became an entrepreneur while being a student, and a lot of students are trying to achieve the same. So I have a community of students as well, which is called XRDI Student Leaders, where I'm teaching my students to be the entrepreneur, to have those entrepreneurial qualities in them, and I think you can also be a mentor to them. So we are going to dive into that section as well. Yeah. So let's first. Let me also dive into the very discovery of XR in your life, and what was your first eureka moment? What was your reaction when you found out this amazing technology?
Yeah, as I said, there was this Galaxy app where it was a Galaxy roller coaster, and the colors were amazing, and that was my first experience, right? I along with my friend, we saw this Google Cardboard, Google I/O 2014, right? And yeah, we just got into it out of curiosity and all. And the moment I saw, right, I could feel the movement,
Yeah, the
right? That
the
is the
very
power of
motion.
VR.
Yep.
Yeah. And I showed it to my professor, and his reaction was like, "मैं गिर रहा हूँ," in the roller coaster itself. And and I tried it with a couple of people, and the same reaction of fascination, right? And that is what interested me into VR. Today, what keeps me going today now also, like, whenever someone sees VR for first time, their reaction is amazing. Okay. It is not about, business and all. It's all about the tech itself. The tech itself is quite fascinating. Then yeah, like AR is there, mixed reality is there. But for me personally, I'm quite, fascinated by VR. My professors helped me quite a lot to, and it is quite important to have that kind of environment also. I didn't know anything about, so I had in college itself, I had something called My Madbox. So we used to create these Google cardboards and sell them. Like we
Oh,
sold couple of hundred Google cardboard viewers. I was in Bombay back then, and we went to mobile stores, and it was the journey itself, right? It was amazing. But at that time, I just realized this is a money game. Okay, the more you produce, the lower the cost is of manufacturing. You are going to get more profits. And meanwhile, just to sell the product, I started taking workshops on virtual reality. Okay, in engineering colleges. Uh, and that time I realized there is a need of development awareness. ये कैसे बनाया जाए, right? And that's how I got interested into uh, game development and all. There is a friend of mine, Ritvich. He's currently working with Epic Games,
wow.
and he inspired me quite a lot. I was not an ideal student, I would say, but I was the curious one. and he helped me. Your friends also help you quite a lot. Shout out to Rutvij and Ninad. They are in US currently, but yes, your environment, your professors, and your own will helps you quite a lot to grow. So yeah, that's how I started in VR. Yeah.
Amazing. It's an amazing, interesting story. और बहुत सारी चीज़ें absolutely it's very true that the very first time you put on the headset you feel the very motion और एक तरह से हैरानी होती है that I'm just putting something on my eyes and I'm able to feel the very motion. मैं गिर रहा हूँ वाली feeling आती है इसमें. So
Yeah.
it's an amazing, interesting situation to put someone in. Awesome.
Yeah.
So now let's also talk about VR and its applications. So a lot of people only think about when they think about VR, they only could think about the game, some sort of maybe the roller coaster rides, because that's the first thing they see in VR, right? But you are working on some on banking applications and all those in virtual reality. So would also love to discover your journey and your, I mean, you have built this company, you have 3 offices, Bangalore, Pune and Mumbai. So what is your experience with this whole technology and what sort of applications you discovered, explored? Would love to know about that.
So gaming is amazing. Okay, I grew up playing a lot of games. Vice City, if you remember,
Yeah, yeah,
and
surely.
all the other games around first person COD and all. We used to have sessions like them. And gaming is not limited. It is only limited by the creator,
Yeah.
right? If we can create an entire city in GTA, right, with better graphics, and we can program those characters, right? Why can't we create some applications? It is just not about, at the end, each and every application is a game. But in
True.
a corporate lingo, we have to tell them like this is a new way of, at the end, we are just developing games. But these are some solutions specific to the industry. Okay. So, yeah, coming to the, applications, uh, yeah, like VR itself provides you the immersion which is required. Human beings are three-dimensional beings.
Yep.
Okay. So if you create a 3D simulation and you're watching on a 2D screen, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you can create amazing content on a 2D screen. Maybe you will get these glasses at the end. It has some limitations, but VR, again, technically it is a 2D screen, but the stereoscopic rendering and all these things enable you to be immersed into an alternate reality, the metaverse, right?
The mental
So that is
teleportation.
exactly. It is just hacking the senses,
Yeah.
right?
And
And
that's the exact word I use, the hacking the senses, trying to hack all the senses.
yeah, and why not we use it in industrial applications to train people, right? Training and education is next to gaming, right? It is booming quite a lot. Everyone is trying to do something or the other. Every big firm, if you like in US, there is something called PTC, right? They are providing industrial solutions, right? And it is not difficult to create. Okay, anyone who can give certain time can create it. So industrial applications are quite important. Everyone is opening towards VR. Then medical, it is medical industry, they require proper simulations to train their students. You cannot see doctors ka shortage hai, right? They need to be taught in an environment where they don't have any fear. What if I cut it uh, on a live body? It is not possible to perform operations every now and then. If you make one mistake, it is going to be difficult to get another body or something like that. But
Surely.
with VR, you can simulate it n number of times till the time student is perfected the surgery or something like that. So again, like, it is limited by the application of the game itself. Okay, I'm still calling it a game, but yeah. Then again, there was this thing, 360 videos, right? They accelerated the entire process, I would say. 360 videos and VR videos are completely different. VR is completely stereoscopic.
Yes.
Yeah, content can be the same thing, but again, 360 videos also can be used in a different manner to get that experience, to deliver that knowledge which you want to do, teleport the person from one location to another. So yeah, there are a couple of things, but yeah, I would say it is just limited by the creator, what solution you want to create.
Exactly, exactly. Totally agree. The very perception that you can solve any problem, you can create every solution. And I call this VR does not have applications. Somebody asked me, I did a lot of these sessions, training sessions, in which sometimes students ask you that what sort of applications are possible, and I say there is actually not a limit, because VR is a medium, not you can like the television is a medium. You can definitely show anything on television, so any relevance
Exactly.
could be shown on virtual reality. Whatever you want to make, it's just the limit. Only limitation is the imagination.
Yeah.
So let's also talk about in this round of situation in COVID, in pandemic, we saw a lot of applications in virtual reality which were related to some sort of communication platform, maybe collaboration platforms, all sort of social applications. What is the prediction of 2021? So I'm very interested in what we'll see, what we are expecting next year. And I think it should be easy to predict, because whatever you're gonna see, that has to be developed in 2020. So what is the industry trend right now? What sort of application people are trying to build over VR?
So applications are matured enough, and there are you can see a lot of collaboration tools readily available. Only barrier I would say is the hardware availability itself, right?
Totally.
So from the platform perspective, all the like Spatial is doing amazing work. They are now on Oculus also. Then there is Altspace. People are holding concerts right away. In India also, Ritvij, I saw Ritvij also held a concert
Yep.
in VR.
And
So
I attended yesterday a concert of very famous. I think it was Pitbull. Yeah, so I attended a concert of Pitbull on ArtSpace VR. So there, so many things are going on right now.
yeah, so platforms are already there. Specific to Indian market, I would say once hardware is mainstream, it will take uh, more than 2021. Like in 2022, a lot of things will happen. 2021 will set the, so I'm a little skeptical about the first iteration of any hardware. They perfect it is the cycle, right? Even Oculus was not perfect in the first run. So there are n number of Indian manufacturers also who are doing quite a lot in hardware space, and that will set the tone for 2022. So 2021 will be a trial, I would say, for opening up the market, tipping point. But 2022 will be amazing for VR and AR, MR, XR industry, I would say, in India, because we will have a lot of Indian players who will be providing their hardware at affordable cost. This industry is only limited by the hardware, I would say. And yeah, so 2021
Amazing.
still we have to be patient about this. But yeah, keep building on building apps. It is everyone is at the starting line, right?
Okay,
Everyone
so
has a fair shot.
before coming to the next question, let me just show some of your work to the audience, because it's amazing. I When I saw it, I think it blew my mind, because it's something like this coming from India for a global market. It's amazing.
So is it okay if I speak a little
Yeah,
about?
sure, surely.
So this is a banking solution which we got with VR ARA Association's financial COP.
Hmm.
I met some amazing people there. From my perspective, when I started, there was my first thought was, what will we do in banking with VR, right? But these were the industry veterans. They didn't know how to implement how this can help. I didn't know, like, from a technical perspective, how we can collaborate and create something which makes sense. So yeah, we just brainstormed a couple of things, and we created this. The earlier one you saw was the greeting area, where a bank manager will greet the person
Hmm.
and direct them towards the specific sector. So this is for housing finance. People can experience the property right here in the bank, right?
Wow.
And if someone wants to buy it, the bank is present. That's how banks needs to be benefited out of this, right? Then this is a onboarding section where person can customize their cards. They can do KYC and all the other things. Yeah,
Amazing,
yeah.
amazing.
This can be environment can be customized easily.
And vehicle
Yeah,
finance.
we
Wow.
yeah.
I need
So
a
we can
Lamborghini.
showcase. This is a Dodge. Yeah. So we can showcase anything, right? We don't have limitations to what we show.
Yep.
Uh, Yeah, so there is one Indian car manufacturer who has 38 variants of his own car. I guess it is Nexon. Uh, but yeah, it is not possible to put these many cars just to showcase individual features.
Oh my God, you're going to
Even
drive
showroom
this?
guys can.
Wow.
Yeah, there is one test drive feature as well.
Then it will be like GTA Vice City. The car
Yeah,
driving
yeah,
in a
that is the
bank.
inspiration. Yes.
Awesome.
There was one feedback from the one of the banking executive.
Hmm.
Is like, this feels like someone is going to start shooting right away from the doom. So yeah, everyone reacted. They had mixed reactions towards this. The industry leaders in BSF sector, they had a mixed reaction towards this. But yes, once I'm sure once they put on the VR headset, they are going to see the difference what we are trying to create.
It's
Then
just beautiful. I mean, I cannot
there is
wait.
transactions.
I cannot wait to make my transaction in this bank. It's totally
Yeah.
true. I mean, it's an
So you can
ATM.
do,
Look at this.
yeah, yeah. You can do everything except
Wow.
withdrawing physical cash.
Wow. It's
And
just
these mannequins you
super
see,
convenient.
these are
Yeah.
these are going to be the AI based digital humans which will be communicating with the people, just to add that human touch.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I have another one which I'll show after this question. Okay. So yeah, let's take a question, and after that I'll talk about the next, which is somewhere related to this, but we'll see that demo as well. So what you think about virtual reality for education? So I know you have worked on Guru VR. So you are working on Guru VR since 2018. So Guru VR is focusing on higher end education, technical education. So I'm really interested in that as well.
Yeah. So with Guru VR, what we want to do is technical education, right?
Right.
Uh, in India, what is happening? Like, I've seen people who are taking classes for their, like, they go to college, they attend the class, they hire a private tutor, and they learn it again, the same thing,
The same
right?
thing. Yes.
This is not how you do it. As in till 12th, I guess it is fine, but now you are enrolled into a professional course. You have to see things practically, right? It is not just about getting a job and getting a degree and that's it. No, you whatever you do, right, your knowledge is never going to go to waste. Okay, it will help you quite a lot. Somewhere down the line, we lack the practical approach towards this technical education, I would say. Yes, systems are improving, everything is improving, but it is the delivery system is flawed. That is my personal opinion. And I do want to change that. With VR, what is happening is we will be isolating the student from all the distractions in the real world. As long as the interiors of the VR experience are good, people are going to be hooked towards that, right? Then
Totally.
that is the first step, your concentration. Once students' concentration, then yeah, there are going to be digital humans who will be teaching couple of concepts. There will be one-way communication first. Okay, it is way better than a video, because video you still have the environment around you where you can get distracted. But with VR, you are just isolating yourself in an environment where you are actually learning. If, for example, if you want to learn about internal combustion engines, if you want to learn about quantum physics, if quantum physics concepts are quite imaginative,
You're
and
right.
if you can visualize these things, you are going to understand it. Once student understands it, they will be able to write about it. They will be able to apply that knowledge, information, process that information, and apply the knowledge to in real world, right? That is the basic concept. Like we want to create content where students are in an environment, distraction free environment. They are learning through experiences, experiential learning. That is what we want to focus on. And yeah, uh, we are also covering the syllabus. It is just not about the आपको knowledge चाहिए बस. Okay, many times what happens is a student has the knowledge, but how does he or she can put it on the paper? Because at the end, marks so important hai, right? So it is yeah, for example, there is one university in Pune. We are working with them. We are converting their syllabus into VR. And yeah, so we are covering the marks with our VR experience, and later we will be adding courses related to students' interest. For example, in first year is a trial of engineering. Okay, that time you can figure out, student can figure out what he or she is interested into. Accordingly, we will provide them a path where they can build their career. So we are taking care of syllabus, marks, and the practical learning which is required to be a good engineer or a doctor. Yeah. Initial right now we are just focused on technical education, but yeah, I have high hopes from this product, and I want to help a lot of students, because whatever I've been through, I see a flaw in the system. I just want to fix it.
I can totally agree. I can totally relate with this because I can agree at a personal level. Because when I was a student, I was a very, very average child, almost 50% scores every time. All right. So after when I completed my study, I got very curious about mathematics. I got very curious about science. I got very curious into technology. I got very curious into quantum physics, philosophy, everything. देन आई एक्सप्लोर लाइक वाई मेरे टीचर्स ऐसे क्यों नहीं पढ़ाते थे जैसा मैं यूट्यूब पे पढ़ रहा हूँ या जैसा मैं दूसरे MIT के लेक्चर्स पे पढ़ रहा हूँ वाई नॉट so it was already a flawed system as you correctly portrayed it. So yeah, I totally can relate at a personal level, and it's my personal opinion. I don't want to impose it to anyone, but it's just the way it is.
Again, I just would like to add one point is, see, teachers are doing great job. Okay. Only thing is the generational gap. Okay. We
Right,
will be in the same situation when we grow, old.
right,
Okay.
right.
So it is not about teachers are not doing their job. They do the best. Okay. Everyone puts in 100% effort to, make students learn. But
Yes,
yeah, technology. So Guru VR is not replacing
not
the
replacing
education.
teachers. Yes.
Yeah, it is just providing a tool to help deliver content in a better format.
Wow, it's just very interesting. Amazing. So I would also love to explore about your work. I mean, you have a service-based company, which means whatever the services you create, you have to be a master of that, right? And for a service-based company, there's no criteria that I'll deal with only this sector or this sector. Anything would
Right.
come, right? So
Yeah.
would love to know some of your services and your products, your gigs in past. So would love to explore that.
So, yeah, like my first client I met on a cycle ride. Well, there
Wow,
was this event,
interesting.
midnight cycling through the Bombay's coastal area. It was 29 kilometers long journey. And
Wow.
that's where I met my first client. He just heard about the concept, nothing else. He did not inquire about me much, nothing. He just liked the concept and said, just do it for me, right? That was my first real estate client, and he's my investor also right now. So yeah, that's how I started into services, I would say. You can get paid with this. So back then I was a student kid. So this was new for me. Slowly I started understand the value of it. Okay. Then uh, then Boston Consulting Group reached out to me. It is a big firm, and I don't know where did they hear about me, but I was doing here and there, some or the other work. So they reached out to me and they said, we want to show this transformation of a bank. And yeah, whatever knowledge I had back then, we pulled it off in just 3 days. So that was amazing. It built my confidence, and I would like to tell listeners that, see, this is an industry which is booming.
Right.
Everyone can start their own thing. Okay. If you know certain aspects of VR, AR development, you can get into industry. It is quite easy. And this is it. This is going to be the new medium. Jesse, going a little off the topic, but there was a time for web development. There was a time for ERP solutions. So the next time is going to be extended reality.
True.
So yeah, whoever, because that is how I was just there. I was not the best one, right? I was just there. I knew certain things. That's how, even BCG, I got the opportunity to work with BCG, and they came in repeatedly. Okay. Then in 2017, we delivered India's first ever virtual reality based fashion show. Okay, it was called the IIFW, and it was amazing experience again. So there were a lot of brands. Then yeah, we created couple of business solutions also, where people are explaining what is agile working methodology.
Right.
And so it was all over the place, I would say. But now we are into around 9 sectors. We are doing real estate walkthroughs, virtual reality walkthroughs. We only do VR and AR. We don't take anything else. Then we create business solutions. We are into banking, education, fashion, retail. We do 360 videos, live streaming also. So there are a lot of things we are into. Uh, yeah, service industry, I would say it is there. But right now we are focusing on our own products. Any startup who wants to grow, uh, yeah, I believe we can build the next unicorn with this technology, right? So yeah, we are currently focusing on our products, Guru VR, banking, XR Bank, retail, X retail, and there is something related to real estate also. So a lot of things are there. Yeah, right now we are focusing on products.
I think you're extremely humble to say that I was not the best, but I find you best. The kind of work you have created, I surely recommend, and I surely recommend you, and I surely find you one of the best I know. Right. So yeah, let's look at XR retail. I have a video here, and let's look at that video and let's see what XR retail is, and you can talk about that.
Yeah. So this is the first version. the XR bank we created in just 1 week. We just had the thought of clarity, and we created the first MVP, right? Similar to that, this is the extension we understood with banking only. So banks wants to be present at the location where people are buying, right? So it goes hand in hand. This is really empty right now, but there is a display area with the Vogue
Wow.
thing. Then we go upstairs. There is a car section. So cars can be sold anywhere.
Yep. There's
Then
Peter
there is
England, there's Zara. It's a full-fledged shopping mall inside just this big unit, right?
yeah, yeah. For clothing, AR would make a lot more sense, I would say.
Yeah.
But yes, we were just trying out concepts here. You know. And yeah, that's how payments will be done, and product will be delivered to your home. A lot of things can be improved, like clothing materials and all, but again, we just developed this in 1 week. If we
Wow.
spend more time, a lot of other versions are coming in, but yeah, we are going step by step.
It's beautiful. One thing as a developer perspective, what I notice is you might have worked super hard for optimization, because to fit
Yeah.
all this into just the sort of numbers we have for AR and VR, it's really hard. It's beautiful work.
The car model you see, right, it had millions of polys. We had to reduce it to fit into this environment and make it work. You will still see some frame skipping. But yeah, we are working on optimizing it. So modeling is quite important. So yeah, we are just trying to showcase concept. You can do clothing, you can do groceries,
It's
daily
beautiful.
needs.
Everything possible, it's already there. You can buy VR within VR. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly. And we built this one first. Like we wanted to
Yeah.
say you can buy VR in VR. So these assets are quite standard.
Yep.
And anyone who would love to work on this, because we are open for it. Because see, it is not a set tech yet. We still have 1 year or two. So collaboration is the key.
Collaboration is the key. Surely, we are collaborating with at XRDI. We are collaborating with right now 50 plus projects, and
Yeah.
the projects are going all around. And yeah, I totally understand and agree with the collaboration method is the best way possible, because you might not have all sort of skills that require to build something unique, but you can have somebody who can.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, then there is a car section. This is okay. So this is Volvo XC40. There is some tables around it, and you can just
Wow.
enter into a completely different environment.
Oh my god, this is so beautiful. You just did it the very right way.
This is
Awesome.
still raw. It needs a lot of refinement. But yeah, as a concept, I guess this proves a point. Like that is what we were discussing, right? It is
Yep.
just limited by your imagination.
Exactly. Exactly. I think it's already mesmerizing to see this on YouTube. I cannot wait to see this on my headset. So, yeah, when are you launching it? Awesome.
Yeah, we will. So yeah, I will send you a early access version.
Surely,
But yes,
man.
it's in work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And sometimes in virtual reality, I just go look and see the kind of environment people are building and the kind of artwork people can build. There are whole library of virtual reality art. Last week we had Rosie Summers on our platform, who is just a
Yeah, yeah. She's
wonderful
amazing. Yes.
virtual reality artist, and I saw one of her virtual reality portraits in virtual reality, and it's just a different experience. It just blows mind. So
Yes, yes.
it's just beautiful. And now let's talk about your company now let's also talk about the sort of problems your company is trying to solve are related to the very banking, the traditional methods of banking versus the newer one, the traditional methods of education versus the newer one. So what are the major challenges? And let's talk about that.
See, it is all it. If I can summarize it, it is just to reduce the turnaround time of anything, the sales process, right?
Awesome.
For example, if we get into real estate, India is a country where people will go see it with their own eyes, the property. They would like to touch the walls and get a feel of it. And then they will, try to make a decision. Okay. There was this exhibition, a Credai exhibition, and we just had one 360 based because client did not have that much budget to go for a full-fledged simulation, and the property was ready. So what we provided them is, okay, let's do, we have some less time, we just had 2 3 days, and I just pitched, why don't we create a 360 simple 360 video and put it in a VR headset and showcase it. And you won't believe, we sold four villas right there.
Wow.
And people responded in a way where whatever you were saying, showing us, it is there. Okay. And wo trust build karna, that is where we played a role, you know. uh, and yeah, it has a lot of potential. It reduced the turnaround cycle, right? Turnaround time, right, for the client. Again, with banking also, India is a populous country, right? If you go to a nationalized bank, which is quite one of the largest bank, uh, people won't even greet you. Smile karna to chhod do, but see, it is a complete experience. Banking
Hmm.
is an experience. Okay, if someone is not responding to me in a well manner, so because human psychology, the way human psychology works is, it remembers things in a good and a bad experience, right? So banking becomes, if someone is not responding to me nicely, it becomes a bad memory in my head. Okay, and it people will go to banks out of necessity. Okay, and not to explore their products, because banks work with lending money and all these things. So with VR, what will happen is, you will always have a person who's greeting you, okay, with a smile,
Yep.
who will be assisting you on a personal level. For example, wealth management, right? Wealth management is for wealthy people. Not everyone can have it. But what if each and every individual can have a wealth manager,
Yeah.
right? In the limited capacity itself. Okay. It will help people quite a lot. And it will show the vision of the bank itself. It is not only reducing the turnaround time for loans and whatever it is, but it is also providing a good user experience, right? And that goes a long way, because businesses are built on trust. And you know yeah, customer has to trust the bank. And with this, we can be an accelerator, I would say. It won't be 100%, but we will at least cover that 75%. Same goes with retail. So due to pandemic, yeah, everyone is saying pandemic and pandemic, but it actually helped the growing. It actually helped to grow the industry. We cannot deny that. And people were exploring new options. So there are two versions of X Retail, one AR, and this one which I've shown you is in VR. People can just call their friends. They can explore, go visit the mall. Mall is an experience. लोग लोगों को विंडो शॉपिंग करना भी पसंद है. It is not
Exactly.
possible on a Flipkart or anything. It is just gets limited to that thing. Here we are bringing mall to you, right? Then yeah, education, we discussed a little bit about Guru VR. So yeah, these are the things which we are trying to solve.
Amazing. So, two things which I learned from you right away. was the first is the turnaround time. I never used to use this term. This is such a beautiful term. I always used to say that how it will going to make your sales higher, but I never use this term. It's going to reduce the turnaround time, and it's a beautiful concept, right? I totally agree. The other thing which I learned right away is you told about personalization, right? So you didn't call it the same. You didn't use the same word, but it was about personalization. Right now, if you look at Amazon, if you look at your own mobile, your own Play Store, App Store, whatever it is, the YouTube, everything is getting personalized to you. Does your
Yeah.
does your bank has the capability to personalize to you? It's only possible
Yes.
with AI, and it's only possible with virtual reality to personalize that big of an organization to one individual. And this is the biggest power of virtual reality and
Exactly.
artificial
Exactly.
intelligence. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree, and I just love the conversation, and it's one of my favorite conversation because I learned so many things about this. And again, I'm in the same industry and I'm learning as well, but I think you there is a lot to learn from you. So yeah, would love to invite you on some sessions with my mentorship program as well, where you can, we have a XRDA student leaders team, where you can teach my students that how to think about this. And you are very generous, very wonderful person, and I think every person deserves to have a mentor like you. Awesome.
Would love to interact with, because that keeps us young also, right?
Yeah,
As in,
surely. The mindset of the next generation, as you said, the difference
exactly.
between teacher and students is the mindset, the generation gap. If we keep closer to that generation, this is why I'm mentoring so many students, and this is why I'm doing all this stuff, because I'm always fresh with that sort of mindset. I'm always fresh with what's going on in the memes and all, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
being
Looking forward to
relevant.
it. I
Yep.
would be happy to, contribute.
Yep. So it's amazing. So if you have some message for people who are listening us, definitely we'll do a mentorship session for students. But if you have some message for people, please go ahead.
I would just say VR, extended reality, is the next big tech, which is, about to, revolutionize everything. Okay, this is a perfect time to get into this and just get started.
Yeah.
Okay, it is not about, don't think about ki this will be a good career path or not. Okay, just get started. Surely there will be something or the other. Once you, click with something, if you find it fascinating, if this becomes your passion, then no one can stop you. So get into extended reality. This is the future. And yeah, yeah, just get
And
started.
when I look at tools like spatial and on all these collaboration tools, I feel like future. It's not future. It's just present, and it's keep on building
Yeah,
itself. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing to see this much. So I took a great amount of your time, and it's very valuable. I do understand, and thanks for coming on the show. It's really an honor to host a guest like you. You are doing such an amazing job. You are, I mean, representing. You are building the global standard product from India. So we are really wishing you good luck with that, and have a great amount of success in your journey. It's really proud to have you on the show.
Thank you, Avi. Thank you for inviting me. And whatever you are doing, right, it is amazing. It is quite important.
Yeah.
Okay. Connecting people in the same domain and pushing the industry forward. It is quite important. Right? So kudos to you, man.
Thank
keep
you,
keep
man.
keep up the good work. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thank you very, very much. And yeah, let's. Okay, guys. So this was Akshay Rathore, and we had such a great conversation. We had such a deep conversation about what sort of mindset you must have when you are building your own virtual reality, augmented reality product. This is it for today's podcast, and we are building the global community as well, which is XRGC. We'll give you more details about that later.